So I want to talk a little bit about the 6 stages of crisis management and kind of where we're in at this particular point of the pandemic. So the stages of crisis are, first of all, the initial warning that an issue is coming. And if you kind of think about it, back in December, we were made aware that there was an issue coming our way. It was a bit of a warning. I'm not sure that we took it really seriously until kind of we start to hear more about a lot more things happening in Europe. And then, in Canada and North America, we start to assess risk, kind of what are the risk factors that we needed to be aware of. And then there became more talk. And then ultimately, we started to see a shift in things where in March, things started to get shut down. And then ultimately, we went into the response to the pandemic, which is the third stage, and then ultimately managing the pandemic. I would say we're stuck in management at this point as we look at things and recognize that we went from, things getting out of control to complete quarantine and shutdown, and then us going through the phases of reopening for our economy. So again, we're stuck in the management phase, and there's still 2 stages left, which is resolution and recovery. And as we know, there is no sense of when we are going to be in resolution as we look at our numbers in North America, in Canada, in Ontario, where I live. So we're kind of vacillating around management with no sense of when resolution or recovery are about to come. So it becomes really, really important, because I can tell you in my speaking and coaching practice, what's happening is a lot of people are having difficulty just kind of continuing to cope the way they did at the beginning of the pandemic. So issues like anxiety and depression, I would say, has probably increased by fivefold, where things that we maybe individuals are doing before to cope, they're finding that, the energy to continue using those coping strategies are running out. And now people are just wanting change to occur. So my word to you is to start to think about what is it that you've been using as coping strategies, and start to think about what are the elements in those coping strategies that are no longer useful. And start to adapt yourself to new coping strategies or things that you could actually do to bring more energy, knowing that we are in the management. We're in that swirl still. Recovery is not, resolution is not there yet. Recovery is far off. A vaccination is, again, likewise the same. And so we have to really think about what is it that I can do to pivot and adapt the things that I can do to deal with my levels of anxiety and stress, so that we can get through to resolution and recovery. So thoughts about that is try something new, delete what is no longer working, and pivot accordingly to accentuate the coping strategies that you are using now, so that you can get a higher return on those strategies. This is Roxanne Durhodge of the Authentic Connection Movement. I hope you found this helpful. Please, I would love the feedback, and let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover. Take care and have a good day.